48 is the twin to the 25, and actually the 48 raced at Sebring, and the 25 went over to Le Mans, Italy.
Oh, so this was a Le Mans car.
24-hour endurance race.
Wow.
Yes, this is it.
And it looks like it's set up the way it was with the tires and all.
Yeah, it was sitting in a garage for 40 years.
So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. There's a car behind me that we're gonna see. It hasn't seen daylight in 40 years. It's one of two. The other one sold for a couple mil. This has been buried in storage until the owner died and his brother found it, and now they're putting it back on the road, or the racetrack, or the road. Anyway, stay tuned. If you like this, you want to subscribe now. All right, guys, so we had, oh, that's a whole different car. Oh. What is? Oh, whoops. I gotta open the hood. The other one's gone. I got some of that, but yeah, all this was so dark.
This one,
what is that?
you have no idea. Man.
I mean, it look. I'll tell you what. I mean, obviously it's a SCCA race car. It looks one like I had because it has the racing lights on it. This was
an original.
Because this looks like they used to race back in the 60s. The Smothers Brothers, you know who they are? The Smothers Brothers, or Al Holbert. They used to race a red, white, and blue one.
Yeah, this is just like it. There's a guy that's asking like $2 million for the other one. But I'll get Mike over and go show you this car.
Oh. All right, yeah.
Talking to the customer.
Oh wow.
The customer actually had a book.
That it was.
This thing was in the garage for 30-some years or something.
Oh really?
So yeah, they just got it out, and you know, they want to drive it, so they brought it over to us so we can get it running.
Crazy. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right, thanks, man. Sitting in a garage for 40 years, where, like in Florida?
Yeah, it was the customer's brother's car. And his brother passed away, and so he went to clean his stuff up on this in the garage.
And found this in the garage. So like, did he even know his brother still had it?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure.
But that's a hell of a find.
Yeah.
Well,
yep.
And what are you guys doing to it? Just refreshing it up?
Yeah, we're trying to get it so that running so that he can show it and figure out all about it. You know, find more people that know about it.
So is it going back to race configuration then?
Yeah, he wants it just exactly the way it is.
Like you're not fixing paint or anything.
No,
you're just making it so that it turns on, runs, and does like as it was probably the day it got parked.
Yeah, making sure it's solid with the wiring.
So what's it got for an engine then? What are we looking at?
427 with 600 horsepower. It was more durable than the factory engine for the 24-hour endurance race.
Right.
So they pulled the factory engine out.
Which race was it 69 or no? This
72.
72.
1972 Le Mans, supposedly, from what the other customers told me.
What year is the what year is this? Is it a, because I know the other one is a
71, 72.
Okay, because the other one I think is a 68 or a 69.
Yeah, and this was, he says this was built in Michigan at Owens Corning Fiberglass Factory, all this stuff.
Well, didn't they sponsor Owens Corning, the red, white, and blue car? Like that was their,
I'm not
I believe,
sure, but
I think they did. I think they were the sponsor of the red, white, and blue back then.
Well, yep. And so, saying this is supposedly the twin of that one. There's only supposedly 2 made, as far as I know. I don't know.
Yeah, real ones. I mean, everybody
But
bought
this is
these.
real. If you look at all the paint on the hood, and the chips and everything, and the horns, these are from, it has air horns on it. It says made in Italy, and
Right.
they're supposedly from when you're driving down the Autobahn to get people out of your way when you're going 200
So it's got like the
miles an hour.
tractor trailer air horns on it.
Yeah, because you want them to be able to hear you because you're coming up behind you.
Yeah, because these are not like the ones that people would buy like from like Summit Racing or something. I mean, you could tell they just have like the aluminum underneath.
Yeah.
So
And that was done in 71, 72.
yeah, that's way period correct right there.
Yeah. Untouched since.
Look at these rims and these tires. It's crazy.
Racing. Running over the hood so I don't.
Oh, all right. Yeah. You want it lowered on there? Okay. And it's got an L88 hood on it. Is that an L8? No, that's a regular. This is a high cow induction.
A little higher, yeah.
And it's got the side pipes on it. Look.
And I don't know why they straightened the numbers off like that, but that's what they did back then. And yeah, it's awful. They didn't do a good job doing that.
No, I mean, but if it's a race car, a pure race car, they're not really.
I think they had to destroy it or something. That's what it
Like
looks
the
like
numbers
to
or
me.
something, like just had to take them off because they belong to somebody else or
And
something.
supposedly this car was hidden. That's why nobody knew about it.
So if you guys don't think this shop works on like high-end cool stuff, like I thought it was cool with that and the other one when we were here the other day, but this thing is, yeah. Guys, if you got something that needs tender loving care, that the knowledgeable guys, this is the shop. And oh, yeah.
So you can tell all this is chromed in the 70s and you know, they've been sitting, it's just wore out. Everything
That's
else
just-
is pretty good.
And look at this transmission. I mean, this definitely racing. It's a baffled.
It's a racing oil pan,
Yeah, it's a racing oil pan with baffles and everything. So when you're taking the turns.
When you turn it, yep, and the scatter shield on the clutch so it doesn't come through the floor
Yeah.
in case it blows up. Super wide tires.
Yeah, super wide. What are they, like 50s?
And then the chrome drive shafts and all this was chrome, we're saying once again in the 70s. And all this was made.
And look at the play.
Yeah, everything's solid because it's a racing car. There's no rubber
Right.
mounts on the differential like there normally is. Yep.
And
Fuel cell.
fuel cell instead
Fuel
of,
filter.
yeah, here's your fuel cell, because normally there'd be a big tank here, but and that's, for those who don't know what a fuel cell is, it's normally it's plastic, but a lot of them will have a gel coat on the inside with an inner wall, so if it gets cracked or leaking, the gel actually oozes in and kind of self-seals it for a short time, similar to aircraft tanks.
And also I probably have a sponge in there for keeping the
sloshing.
gas, yeah, around corners, keeping gas all in one place.
Yeah, I mean, Coney shocks, like those Coney shocks probably, last time they saw the road was probably, what, 75,
Yeah.
73. So,
Yep.
what's this? Wonder what happened there.
Yeah, it's well, it did a 24-hour race.
Yeah.
You know,
And then these are on here, so, because when you have a race car, like with, if you guys
shipping it overseas, you don't want this thing moving.
well, plus, you have to have somewhere where you go off the course that the tow truck, so you have to have
Yep.
these. I've had these like on my Mustang, and then mine would be through the bumper, but being a completely fiberglass frame. Now I'm surprised it's not a tube frame, but back then,
No, it's
Yeah.
original Corvette.
Yeah,
frame,
yeah.
Just a solid steel Corvette.
but it's also solid too. I mean, a lot of them will rust out along
Oh yeah.
the sides, and this doesn't have any. So it was,
rust on it. It's on the chrome.
so was this in a this was in a garage, you said,
Yeah.
or somewhere
Yeah.
just hidden?
Hidden away for a long time, untouched.
And it just came out after 40 years. Wow. Avon wheels, Avon tires. You ever heard of Avon tires? I never even heard of Avon tires.
No.
But
These are
they look like
14.
Formula One tires almost, don't they?
Yeah, I think they're remakes.
Oh, okay.
I think they're done.
They're made in England. That's probably why we don't know.
Oh, probably, yeah. But this is, wow. I didn't even see this when I pulled up. I thought you were talking about the red one when I drove by.
Yeah.
So,
See, the lug nuts are pretty cool. I thought they were on backwards for a minute.
so they're are they studded? No, they're not studs.
Got one of the old lug nuts back.
Oh.
They're double-sided. So that you can put them
Oh,
can
wow.
put 'em
So
on
they,
either way.
so they can go on. So they're just racing, put them in a gun, boom, 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 boom. Oh. Wow. That's crazy. We'll put it back up here. Is that where you want it? So. And those are real side pipes. They ain't fake. Just, yeah, this body kit, this is not something you could, I don't think you could buy it even now if you look at it. So.
Now, supposedly for that 48 car, he wants a 2.1 million bucks for it.
Does 7 mil.
7 million?
Because I did a painting of it like 10 years ago. Because I'm an artist that does also car art, like for count. And I did a painting of it.
That car's all redone.
There was that one in a red number 3.
Yeah, well, that car's all restored.
Yeah.
This is original. So if you ask me, even though it's beat up, it's worth more than a restore.
Yeah, this is like, that's what I'm saying. It's race ready. There's the horns.
Yes. These aren't new. Somehow these got on there because these weren't on here in the 70s. But supposedly this car was in California recently to be put back together because it was in pieces. I don't know though. It doesn't look like they did the greatest job putting it back.
Well, even this on a regular, on like one of those Corvettes, they sit back. Like, I mean, actually on that one you can see.
69.
But yeah, the 69s and most of your C3s, they'll sit a little farther back. Everybody moves them up to here because they just look better. But they're for the license plate thing. They normally sit behind. It sits behind the license plate. So I've had a couple in my life, but nothing like this. This is crazy, dude.
Yeah, this is like saying if it's 7
What did
million,
you say? What happened when he pulled up with it? Like what or?
He came in. Yeah, he came in to check us out a few days earlier, and he said he'd been all over Naples and other car shops, and they kind of gave him the runaround. Kind of, didn't help him out. I was just straight up with him, said, "Yeah, we'll work on it, bring it down."
Well, probably because the other people probably wanted it to be redone or something, right? Or like,
I don't know. They're just too busy to work on.
Oh, yeah, you get that a lot.
No, they don't think it's. I don't know.
I guess it doesn't have a Italian name on it, right?
It's not pristine enough for.
That's what I mean.
Crew, and maybe they'll work on that one, but this one doesn't have the shine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Although this one to me, if you gave me the choice of the two, this one would be in my garage.
This one's worth more than any car they have down there.
Oh yeah. They said I didn't even see this. I saw the blue. I thought that Ford was still here. So I thought, oh, let me swing by because the Ford was still here.
This thing too. This is beautiful. 69.
And you said, did you see what we have? And I
was gonna call you. I've been wanting to call you all day.
Oh, yeah. I literally drove by this morning. I said, now I'm gonna come back down. I wanted to make sure because so it actually maybe worked out. The other one was too dark. I mean, I have it. I haven't been talking to me about it, but
yeah.
But this is gorgeous, man. This is really cool. Thank you for letting me come in and. So this is a real barn find, guy. I mean, like this thing hasn't seen the light of day in 40 years, and this is one of 2. And the other one is a multi-million-dollar car in somebody's collection right now. Yep. And this thing just came off the racetrack.
Yeah, it came off racetrack and went into storage.
That is so crazy.
40 years later. You did that?
40 years later.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you all giving me a little taste of it. I'm surprised there's not a roll cage or anything in it.
There's
I mean,
there is a roll bar.
Oh, there is? I was gonna say because I didn't know if they had one and it was just removed or something.
And the top off. Too.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
The top is here. We just have it in the other room. So
right. Oh, I could did it. So the top there's where it bolts.
Yeah.
So right now you guys just have it.
Yeah, I'm trying to, you know, get the dash going.
Trying to make it streetable.
Fuel gauge doesn't work.
So this is not just a bar. I mean, it goes full back.
Yeah. Well, yes, it does. Yeah, it's mounted to the frame right there with all the 6-point seat. Here's your racing seat.
I wonder what the date is on those, because they all have an expiration date.
RJS Racing here, right here. It might be something on that tag.
There's an expiration date.
There's a tag right here. There's a spec tag. Yeah, there is a date on
What's the date on that?
It's not looking good. It says 92, but I could be wrong. Oh, wait, let's see.
Well, he might have put it on.
Oh, well, they expire probably 10 years later, right?
So it expired in 92?
95.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like August of 95.
It's the expiration date. So
wait,
you're still talking
wait.
even...
No, this says
Oh.
date of manufacture.
So August 95, somebody was putting it in. Maybe he was playing with it.
I don't know.
Because I know you need them, but that, you know, so...
Yeah.
But August 95, you're still talking, it's 2001, so you're still talking 95, 2005, 2015. You're still talking 26 years since they installed that, which was probably an upgrade or an updated one, because the other one, yeah, that actually would make sense, because if they put it in then, if you're talking, this thing was racing, they probably started in whatever, they probably started and had to replace them constantly. Because it is the old style, it's the old 5-point, or it's the 5-point harnesses. So it's not the kind they have now, which are the twist clicks, you know, the ones that you can get out really quick.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah.
And that may be just the passenger one. Maybe they just put one on the passenger side, because this one doesn't have that like the passenger one does.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
So the drivers might be the original. And they just added, you know, he wanted.
They could have put a
said, "Hey, in case
I
want to take somebody for a ride, I'm gonna put a seatbelt in."
Yeah, it might have been
because the drivers doesn't have that at all, and this is the drivers.
Yeah, and that's like an aviation.
Yeah,
that's the aviation, like we had in the military. It's the aviation buckle, and you have the other two that click in.
Yeah, okay.
And because they're not the quick release, and they haven't had these in cars for man.
Well, this definitely doesn't have a date on it, and this definitely looks old. This looks kind of new.
And it's got the Hurst shifter on it.
Yep.
Wow. So, I wonder what this originally was. Like, what did they tear apart?
I know what you mean.
To build this. And there's
supposedly the tub was out of a wrecked Corvette. You know, and Owens Corning made the fiberglass kits that they just added on to the wrecked Corvette.
And it only says 47,000. I'll bet you that's real.
Oh yeah.
I'll bet you that this only has 47,000 on it.
I bet too. Yeah, if you look.
I mean, probably, you know, 30, 40 miles at a time for the racing, or 100-mile races at a shot.
Yeah, just that one endurance race is probably the most miles that ever came.
Yeah. This is just insane. So you guys are just gonna basically put it together, make it so it can be driven on the street?
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait to see what this looks like on the street. Hopefully they'll take it down to like the Cars and Coffee or the thing down in Naples. Is the guy a local? Like, do you think he'll be? So probably down there where they have all the Ferraris come out.
Yep.
Yeah. Bring this thing down.
Oh yeah.
A little louder than a Ferrari.
Yeah.
So a little bit more intimidating. It's about as wide as a Testarossa from the 80s.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Nice and big.
I don't know if this.
I remember these body kits. I never saw one this big, but
I don't know if these fuel doors are very correct or what. I don't know. You know, and this thing is.
It's the plunger, huh? Plunger lock. But I guess when they're racing, they probably pull that out so that all they have is the lid on it.
Put that bit. When back in the 70s, they had the big old tank. Run up, spill it all over the place.
So. Yeah, because they closed off these vents.
Yeah, this is, you know, a lot of this stuff, maybe you're supposed to customize, because there's vents here and there's vents in there that allow airflow in a normal Corvette. And none of them are operational.
That's what I'm saying. So, wow. Well, crazy guys. Super, super crazy. Well, that is truly a one-of-a-kind car, and when it comes out, I guess I'll look for it.
Yeah, it'll be driving out here.
So you guys gotta take some, well, you'll have this, it's in your garage. So if you guys want to know where, well, I don't know if I want, do you want me to tell where it's getting done? Yeah. So we're at Bonita Complete Auto Repair down in Bonita Springs. So if you have a one-off, very expensive old race car that is historic and you don't want it messed up, you know where people are bringing theirs. And these guys are serious. I mean, they have a, these bays here seem to be for nothing except for hot rods, race cars, and everything. They got the regular shop over there.
Let me show you what we got over here.
And yeah, they got it. Well, so they have a Bentley here, so they can work on pretty much anything.
Yeah.
So.
You got a Lincoln next to it.
Oh, I wish I didn't know. And I got a Honda.
Buick Park
I got a Honda CRV right now that needs to get a starter put in. So you, but yeah, so you've got. It's kind of funny when the Bentley is here and the real special car is over there.
Yep.
So
ain't that something?
Isn't it? You know, but you appreciate the nicer things in life.
Yeah.
So it doesn't come with any Grey Poupon anymore, though. So, but there you go, guys. You have, they can work on a Bentley, and then they can work on hot rods and race cars. So, and your regular car and a Chevy. So, but anyway, thank you guys. I think you're gonna like this thing. So if you like this, which I know you will, you're gonna want to subscribe, because at some point this is gonna go on the road, and you're gonna want to see that when I see it on the road somewhere.
Try to find it in April somewhere.
Yeah, well, thank you, man, so much.
Right. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, appreciate it, guys. They're putting that back up in the air. Look at the meat on that thing. That is like 3 feet wide tires on that. That is just a crazy, crazy thing. April, should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.